Let's look at the top headlines first. Major rivers flow above danger level. Many parts of Imphal Valley flooded after incessant rainfall in the state. An IED found planted at Khongampa Chingol near Nilakuthi Bridge, safely disposed at Khongampa Chingol. India records 1,829 new COVID-19 cases in 24 hours. Recovery rate recorded at 98.75%. And death toll reaches 8, over 4 lakh affected in flood-hit neighboring Assam. Hello and good evening. Welcome to ELITETV English News. This is Utpala. Before giving you the news, we request you to follow the SOP given by the government. Wear face masks when out in public, wash hands regularly and maintain a minimum distance of 6 feet between one person and another. ELITETV requests you to get vaccinated in time to protect ourselves from this virus and play your part in the fight against COVID-19. Now the news in detail. With non-stop heavy rains, Manipur has witnessed flash floods at various places in the state in the last few hours. Water levels of almost all major rivers in the state, such as Imphal River and Nambul River, are running above the danger level. Most of the bridges connecting IVR and the interstate have been swept away by the strong current of the rising river water in many places. The heavy rains also triggered landslides in Tamenglong and Noni districts of the state, with landslides putting a halt on vehicular movement along National Highway 37, Imphal-Jiribam Highway. Different districts of the state, including paddy fields and residential areas, have been inundated by the non-stop heavy rainfall. Temporary road diversion bridge in Lamshang, also known as UK Road, which connects through Singda, has also affected people and vehicular movements as the bridge has been submerged under the river water. In Jiribam district, flood water has swept away a few houses. More low-lying areas were submerged and electricity and road links snapped at several places. The Jiri River continued to run above the danger level and more low-lying areas in Dibong, Kadamtala, Kamaranga and Latinkhal were inundated. In some areas, the floodwaters started entering the residential complex, forcing families to shift to safer places. Acting on information received yesterday at around 10:30 p.m. about an IED planted by unknown persons at Khongampa Chingol near Nilakuthi Bridge, a team of Manipur Police and CID Tech Bomb Squad rushed to the place. On searching, an IED wrapped with a black plastic was found kept in a bush near Nilakuthi Bridge. The bomb squad team safely removed the IED and disposed at a safe place at Khongampa Chingol at around 1 a.m. today. The police and bomb squad team further conducted search in the area to check if any more IEDs have been planted. The motive behind the planting of the explosive device is not yet certain, as no groups or individuals have claimed responsibility for planting the explosive so far. However, it is suspected that the bomb might have been planted by unknown miscreants with a motive to attack security personnel who used to halt, rest and pass through at the said area. Sikmai Police has registered a case and investigation is underway, police sources said. An awareness program on cluster facilitation project under MGNREGA for Village Authority Chandel was held at the indoor stadium Chandel yesterday. Speaking on the sideline of the program, State Project Officer NRM CFP Okram Basudev said the cluster facilitation projects are being taken up as a part of the aspirational district program in 117 districts and 250 blocks all over India. Chandel being the only aspirational district in the state, out of 4 blocks in the district, 2 blocks, namely Chakpikarong and Chandel blocks, had been selected for the cluster facilitation projects CFP. The main objective of this project is to minimize the hindrances faced during the planning of labor budgets for a sustainable development. It aims to have a sustainable and GIS integrated planning in future by following all the parameters of government guidelines. Cluster Facilitation Program CFP is targeted at specific blocks and will expand to all the other blocks in future. He further added that the awareness program for Chandel block is being held for the village authorities, chairmen, village chiefs, secretaries, etc., whereas block and district level awareness programs will also be held after the completion of these programs. The awareness program was attended by Project Officer MGNREGAL Stephen Modar, State Project Officer Livelihood CFP Dab Khan, State Project Officer GIS CFP Vicky Naurem, other officials and experts, and all the village authorities, chairmen, village chiefs, and secretaries of different villages of Chandel block. As a part of the follow-up action in connection with an FIR registered at Bishnupur Police Station on 8 May 2022, a team of Bishnupur Police along with Bishnupur District Commando under the overall supervision SP Bishnupur N. Hirujit recovered two-wheelers from Langobi under Kumbi Police Station jurisdiction yesterday. The recovered vehicles are one Activa 5G red in color and one Activa 5G blue in color. Heavy rain and flood waters continue to wreak havoc in Assam, with the number of people being affected doubling to over 4 lakh since the previous day. A government statement said 3 more people died due to the calamity, taking the total to 8. An Assam State Disaster Management Authority bulletin said the number of affected people has reached 4,03,352 across 26 districts, from 1,97,248 in 20 districts on Monday. Rail and road links to Barak Valley and Dima Hasao district were snapped after heavy landslides in Assam and neighboring states of Tripura, Mizoram and Manipur. Landslides also wreaked havoc in Arunachal Pradesh and Meghalaya, snapping road connectivity in many areas. Kachar is the worst hit district with 96,697 affected people, while 88,420 and 58,975 people are reeling under the deluge respectively. The Regional Weather Forecasting Center Guwahati has issued a warning for very heavy rainfall in Assam till Wednesday, along with widespread rain across the state for the next 5 days. Close to 40,000 people have taken shelter in 89 relief camps in different affected areas. Union Home Minister Amit Shah has assured Assam of all assistance from the central government, even as the state administration has been pursuing measures to ensure the supply of essential commodities to the affected areas and restore communication channels. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma said he has taken up the matter of clearing the route with his Meghalaya counterpart. The Indian Army has been called in rescue operations as the flood situation in Assam has worsened. India recorded a single-day rise of 1,829 new coronavirus infections, raising the tally to 4,31,27,199, while the active cases have declined to 15,647, the Union Health Ministry said today. The number of COVID-related deaths has climbed to 5,24,293 with 33 fresh fatalities, the data updated by the ministry showed. The active cases comprise 0.04% of the total infections, while the national COVID-19 recovery rate was 98.75%, the Health Ministry said. A decrease of 753 cases has been recorded in the active COVID-19 case count in a span of 24 hours, it said. The daily positivity rate was recorded at 0.42%, and the weekly positivity rate was recorded at 0.57% as per the data. The 33 new fatalities include 31 from Kerala and 2 from Delhi. The total number of people who have recuperated from the disease surged to 4,25,87,259, while the case fatality rate was recorded at 1.22%, the data stated. The cumulative doses administered in the country so far under the nationwide COVID-19 vaccination drive has exceeded 191.65 crores, the ministry said. India's COVID-19 tally has had crossed the 20 lakh mark on August 7, 2020, 30 lakh on August 23, 40 lakh on September 5, and 50 lakh on September 16. It went past 60 lakh on September 28, 70 lakh on October 11, crossed 80 lakh on October 29, 90 lakh on November 20, and surpassed the 1 crore mark on December 19 in that year. India crossed the grim milestone of 2 crore cases on May 4th and 3 crore cases on June 23, 2021. The Health Ministry stressed that more than 70% of the deaths occurred due to comorbidities. It's time for a short break, see you right back.
Lakliva session English and Manipuri Brilliant School gi Class 11 Science amadi Arts ke admission May gitang ani dage hauzargani. Manipur da ahanbo in school asina Class 10 exam haidoktrida Ming Chanbiba Mahiri Singi damakta submitagi lopalising nipanda Ming Chanbagi khudong chaba pisari. HSC exam mai pakhan bangamlaba extra tuition amadi coaching gi mathau tadraba campus manung da nupa nupi gi tongan hostels leiraba transport facility matik chana leiraba Loina meritorious students singda scholarship pibagi khudong chabasu leiraba Brilliant School Malum Tulihel Makhale kai ngasimag admission tawbinaba khanganjari. Admission open Apollo Academy ja course amadi CBSE naloba class 11 amadi 12 science ki admission hozari subject offer na physics chemistry biology mathematics english maitai mayek amadi home science ni class na nutil pung mari ga minute 15 dagi taret makhai fawba May 8 dagi hozaragani loina na common universities entrance test CUET 2022 gi admission shu hozari class na May 8 dagi hozaragani class 12 pass amadi appearing students singna class asigi khudong chaba lobi ho loina nu pa macha amadi macha singtagi oiba tongan ba hostel gi facility su luxury aku pamarol gi jamal 8258013846 natraga Apollo Academy Kwakatal nyar amuko office
Iramdam asidasu anawboina world class machine sizinaduna 20 steps refining eye testing gi facility phanghanjari Leo Lamnong Excellency Opticals Khurai Lamnong Bazaar Tinchit Road Imphal East
Adom gidamakta khudong chaba asi pijari Adom gi mit lemna test tawjari amasung adom gi chanaba chunaba lens sing amadi frame singda chada kun fawgi discount pijari Leo Lamlong Excellency Opticals Khurai Lamlong Bazaar Tinchit Road Imphal East.
Welcome back. You're watching ELITETV English News. Raiboi district, as one of the included aspirational district in the country, is getting more beneficial schemes and development projects sanctioned by the central government. Professor S.P. Baghel, the Minister of State in charge, Law and Justice, Rural Development and Panchayati Raj, said while briefing the media after his visit to meet the Raiboi district officer held yesterday at the conference hall in Nongpo. He also informed that the union government, through the initiative taken by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who introduced the project of aspirational district, in which 115 districts were included, along with Raiboi district of Meghalaya state, the central government has sanctioned around 12 crores for Raiboi district for implementing different projects this year through Niti Aayog and NEC. The MOS Minister S.P. Singh Baghel also informed that around 8 crores will be sanctioned to this district in enhancing development in health institutions, educational, and also through the public health, engineering, and other line department. It may be mentioned that on May 17, the Union Minister of State paid a visit to Raiboi district to verify and encourage the officers who are working tirelessly to implement various developmental projects under aspirational district. The visit of the minister was accompanied by the Deputy Commissioner Arpit Upadhyay, the Superintendent of Police Giri Prasad, Additional Deputy Commissioner M.B. Tongpar, among other officers. After meeting the district officers, the Union Minister also paid a visit and met the self-help groups of the district at Saiden village and children of the Anganwadi Center at Saiden, then visited the Health and Wellness Center at Umsao Nongkarai village.
ये एक आकांक्षी जिला है, तमाम पैरामीटर्स पर बात की। मुझे खुशी की बात है कि उन्होंने इम्प्रूव किया और जो अभी तक 12 करोड़ रुपये मिला है उसका यूज भी किया है। काफ़ी बड़ी परसेंटेज में, खासतौर से एजुकेशन और हेल्थ पर काम किया। मैं डीसी का बधाई भी देना चाहूँगा कि उन्होंने इम्प्रूवमेंट किया। कुछ चीज़ें मैं भारत सरकार की योजनाएं में कई चीज़ें हैं जो यहाँ लागू नहीं है, जैसे क्रॉप्स की MSP नहीं है। अगर स्टेट गवर्नमेंट चाहे तो करना चाहिए। किसान सम्मान निधि जो प्रधानमंत्री किसान सम्मान निधि है उसकी 6वीं किस्त।
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi will take part in the G7 summit that will take place under the German presidency next month. The summit will take place from 26 to 28 June 2022 at Sklo-Ilmau in the Bavarian Alps, Germany. Remember, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz had formally extended the invite to PM Modi during his bilateral visit to Berlin earlier this month. The G7 summit happens in the shadow of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, something that will strongly dominate the agenda. Since 2019, this is the 4th consecutive time that India has been considered to attend the summit. In 2019, under the French presidency of the grouping, PM Modi was invited to take part in the summit. This will be the second visit of Prime Minister Modi to Germany in a matter of 2 months. The first visit in early May saw the first in-person meeting between the Indian PM and the new German Chancellor. One of the key outcomes was the announcement on establishing the Green and Sustainable Development Partnership. Countries invited to attend the G7 Development Ministers meeting include India, Indonesia, Senegal, Vietnam, South Africa. Importantly, this is the first of the G7 meetings India is attending under the German presidency of the grouping. Seasoned diplomat Naveen Srivastava was appointed India's new ambassador to Nepal yesterday. The Ministry of External Affairs announced the appointment a day after Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid a visit to Lumbini in Nepal. Srivastava, a 1993 batch Indian Foreign Service, is currently serving as Additional Secretary in the Ministry of External Affairs. He is expected to take up the assignment shortly. In his capacity as Additional Secretary in the East Asia Division, Srivastava headed the Indian delegation in several rounds of diplomatic talks in the virtual format with China on the eastern Ladakh border row. Concerns grew today for the welfare of more than 250 Ukrainian fighters who surrendered to Russian forces at the Azovstal steelworks in Mariupol after weeks of desperate resistance. A Russian lawmaker taking part in peace talks with Kiev said that Russia should consider the death penalty for what he called nationalist fighters from Ukraine's Azov regiment. The Mariupol surrender brought an end to the most devastating siege of Russia's war in Ukraine and allowed President Vladimir Putin to claim a rare victory in his faltering campaign, which many military analysts say has stalled. While Russia called it a surrender, the Ukrainians avoided that word. Meanwhile, US President Joe Biden will host the leaders of Sweden and Finland at the White House tomorrow to discuss their NATO applications, and the Biden administration is confident the alliance can reach consensus to admit them amid pushback from NATO member Turkey. Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov and Finland and Sweden joining NATO would probably make not much difference, as the two countries had long participated in the alliance's military drills. For Elite TV News channel, contact the email address info@elitetv.in or 9402890982 and subscribe to Elite TV YouTube channel or follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter for more information about the channel. Before we wind up, let's look at the headlines once again. Major rivers flow above danger level. Many parts of Imphal Valley flooded after incessant rainfall in the state. An IED found planted at Kongampa Chingol near Nilakuti Bridge, safely disposed at Kongampa Chingol. And 29 new COVID-19 cases in 24 hours. Recovery rate recorded at 98.75%. And death toll reaches 8, over 4 lakh affected in flood-hit neighboring Assam. That's all for now. Thank you for watching ELITETV English News. Stay safe. Have a great evening.